Wow, 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 wow. I do believe I can fly because I'm one with you guys. You're the engine of every person that knows they can fly, that can soar above the turmoil of this world, above the turmoil of our lives. We can do it because we have each other, because we are one, and we're always one, and nothing that I've ever done could ever break that connection. I try to cover it up, and I try to judge you or put you outside of me in some way, and it never affects anyone except myself. It's so amazing because it's so easy to look at the world and want to give responsibility for all that we're feeling to some cause out there, something outside of us. But the good news is you're always and only in charge of your own experience because you're in charge of your own mind. You're in charge of your own experience. I mean, what it comes down to is life is not happening to you. It's happening through you. Woohoo! Come on. That was kind of weak. Life is not happening to you. Life is happening through you. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. A Course in Miracles tells me that whatever I perceive as lacking in any situation is what I am failing to bring to it. Isn't that interesting? I always think if somebody could just do this, then I'd be happy. If he would just do that, then everything would be okay. It never works out. Because what I perceive as lacking in that situation is what I'm failing to bring to it. So you are the one. You are the one and you're one with the one. And what you bring to this is what you're getting out of it. So if you're having an amazing experience, good job. Good work. You are the one unique expression of the divine that is you. No one else can be you. You're a unique expression of the divine, of God, of the universe. The universe is coming through you. Life is happening through you. You're bringing life to this situation. You are the one. Everything God is, you are. That's the second principle of unity. We're going to get deeper into that on October 12th, Saturday morning. Also, that's a membership class, isn't it? The 14th? Sorry. You guys are here on the 12th. Nobody will be here. Well, me and Liz will be here, so you can hang out with us. But the second principle of unity is that whatever God is, that's in everyone. That's in you. That divine spark, we call it the Christ light. That's in you. It's what you are. However, to make the first two principles work, I have to apply the third one, which is everything that I'm experiencing is the result of my thinking. It's not the result of the world out there. It's not the result of somebody else's thinking. It's not the result of someone else's opinion of you. You ever run into a person whose only business is to make your business their business? Yeah. Nobody's run into anyone like that, have you? Especially not around a church. No, but it's a, I don't know what to call it, but it's like a default system of the human being to try to make someone else's business your business. And if you can just fix them, you're going to feel great about yourself. What if nobody's broken and everybody is as God created them? And my only job is to become as God created me. That makes it so much easier. At first, it makes it so much more difficult because I'm so used to judging who's out there and what they're doing that I'm not looking within. The fact is, we are one. This is a universal truth. This is divine law. We can't alter who we are. We think we've changed ourselves. And so we feel guilty about that. And we project that guilt outward. And we start to see others with that same mistaken vision. Well, we don't call it vision. That same mistaken sight of the ego. sense consciousness, error thinking. It's an error. If I look at you and see you separate, it's an error. And it's very difficult sometimes not to get caught up in the dynamics of the ego. It's very difficult because I have a default system as a human being of attack and defense, of protection, of survival. I have what do they call in mindfulness, in the middle of your brain, the amygdala. And it tells you it's time to fight or flight or freeze. And so things happen and you react like, oh, I got to run, I got to fight. You know, it's a primal instinct. And many, many, many of you sitting here today have overcome that instinct and have replaced it with a response mechanism of spirit. Doesn't always happen right away. You might start getting involved and then realize, uh-oh, time to pray, time to call my prayer partner. You know, when I lose my center, I call my prayer partner. So I really encourage you guys to get together. If you don't have a prayer partner, get one. Because finally, you know, it brings us back to who we are and our God self. Our God self is our only true self. All the rest is fantasies. I researched this thing called Oneness this week, and I found a lot of really cool information. A lot of people view oneness as unity. Unity's been popping up in different ways of defining it for me in the last couple of weeks. And one of them is oneness or harmony. Unity is harmony. Oops, I turned it off. You'll have to wait for the slides. I turned the whole thing off. There we go. Individually, we are only one drop in this universal ocean. But together, we are the ocean. So how small do you feel when you're just a drop and the waves are crashing on you and you feel like, oh no, you know, if you're separate from all the other drops, you're in trouble. But together, we are this magnificent ocean. And I love this quote, diversity is the art of thinking independently together. Isn't that cool? And that really is what unity inspires, is independent thinking. That I'm not telling you what God is. I'm not explaining to you how to think. There's no dogma. There's no creed. There's no religious rules. You have to have your own experience of the oneness that you are with the universe. And so we all think independently, but we're doing it together. Isn't that cool? What an amazing process. And this is the process by which the world will come into unity and oneness. I'm absolutely certain of it. In Psalm 133, it was recognized how good and pleasant it is when we're living together in unity, oneness, harmony. We're not asked to have the same conceptual thoughts, the same perceptions, but we are asked to do it together. If we live in our oneness of heart, then we will feel the essence of all the religions, which is the love of God. And that's it. That is the core of every religion and every spiritual practice, is the love of God. Forgiveness, compassion, tolerance, brotherhood, and the feeling of oneness are the signs of the true religion. We are all one, but sometimes we don't feel it because the egos, the beliefs, and the fears that we have seem to separate us. Somebody's got a cool ringtone going on. I'm not separate from your ringtone. I feel it. I feel you. So why don't we feel we're one? Because we've built up our egos and we pretend that's us. And then we attack the other egos to make our ego feel better. I'm better than you, therefore I'm a strong ego. I'm going to be happy because I'm better than you. Oh my goodness, that's never going to work. And so we have beliefs. We build up beliefs as well. And those beliefs generally are going to lead us down the wrong path, or at least a separate path. And if your beliefs are based on fear, you know it's going to be heading down the wrong path. When I was looking at theology, someone said, theology is not a belief, it's a discovery. And you're continually discovering your theology. It's a living thing, right, Wes? Wes has been at this a long time. And he's a brilliant guy, and he knows a lot of different theologies. But he realizes that it's a discovery, that it's not set in stone, that it's something we are birthing. We're always giving birth to a new Christ in us. And that's really important because the Christ does not have an ego. It's very important. So our beliefs, our ego, fears, those are all the things that separate us and keep us from knowing that we are all one. Now, aside from religion, quantum physics has proven we're all one. So it's science. Isn't that cool? I love this guy, Schrodinger. He's got a big smile. Why do you think he's smiling? Because he knows we're all one. It reveals the basic oneness of the universe. I love that. And Schrodinger is a brilliant guy. He's the one who first said it's not there until you want it to be there. Oh boy. The cat in the drawer, right? You need an observer for it to exist. So it takes you. You are the one. You're creating the world. You're creating your universe. It's you. You're the observer of all this. That's why he's smiling. I love that picture. The reason the world lacks unity and lies broken and in heaps is because man is disunited with himself, within. That's Ralph Waldo. He's one of the fathers of New Thought thinking. Ralph Waldo Emerson. He's one of the founders of New Thought. Unity, there it is again. God is unity. Isn't that an amazing statement? God is unity. Think about that for a second. Everything together as one. That's God. Everything perceived as separate, that's not God. So it must be nothing. If God is one presence and one power, and it's the only thing that exists. The physical, the intellectual, the spiritual domains of universal creation are divinely correlated. We're brought together by the divine. That's what brings us together. And so I honor that place within you in which the whole universe dwells. We say namaste a lot, but we forget what it means. It means the whole universe dwells in you, and when I say namaste, I'm acknowledging the whole universe is right there, sitting in front of me. The whole universe, God, whatever you want to call it, is right there. And I honor that place in you. I honor that that is you. That's the place of love, truth, life, peace. And when you're in that place, and I am in that place, then we are one. So namaste. Ta-da! I love you guys.
You have been watching the message from our Sunday celebration service here at Unity on Cape Cod, providing a positive path for spiritual living. Please join us every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. at 147 Walton Ave, Hyannis, Mass. And visit us online at www.unityoncapecod.org.